Good morning, VeChain family. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video, guys. Go ahead and do everything that the algorithm likes. Let's get right into the show. So, taking a look at the price here, VeChain's down a little bit of a correction here. Looks like it tried to hit 3 cents, and then the whales, them hating ass whales, once again bringing us down. But that's okay, guys. Gives us more time to stack, stake, and chill. I never thought that we would have 2-cent VeChain again, but it is here. Taking a look over overall market, the market's cooling down just a little bit. Yesterday things went crazy. XRP went crazy, Solana went crazy, Cardano went bonkers. So a little bit of correction here, a little bit of whales are taking profits off the table, but I do think that the run has started yet again, and we're just going to be patient. We're going to keep stacking, staking, and chilling. Let's go ahead and move on, guys. All right, so there's some talks here that China's going to be establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve in response to the U.S. Reserve, and people are saying that there's a rumor that VeChain will be selected for one of the reserve currencies. Now, I don't think that that's going to happen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I just don't see it, guys. They're probably gonna I don't know where they're gonna pick, but I don't think VeChain is gonna be in the conversation at all for it. I hope I'm wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times before, but I just don't see it. If anyone has any insider information that VeChain may be selected for the Bitcoin reserve, please let me know. And like I said, I hope I'm completely dead wrong about this, and China does select VeChain as one of their reserve assets, but I just don't see it happening, guys. I'm not gonna come on here and get your hopes up and say things that I don't believe are true. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all 100%. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I don't think it's in the cards. But let me know what you guys think down below. This is a rumor. It's going to be floating about, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they choose. I just think VeChain is too niche, and VeChain has moved out of China, tried to be more global. The VeChain arm in China right now is Nano J Clean, and I don't think it's going to be in the cards. I think it's going to be like Bitcoin. I think they're going to be very conservative with their strategic reserve. I think it's just going to be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple of Chinese, maybe Tron, a couple of Chinese backed cryptos. I'm not seeing it. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let's go ahead and move on. So we got a new newsletter out, a new interview with Sunny Lu. I'm going to let this play here, guys. Sunny Lu's going to be talking about micro actions, and then we'll be back once he's done talking.
Super exciting. I think, you touched on the importance of getting the UX right and the user journey, and I completely agree. We talk about it all the time, but I'm honestly really enamored by the whole approach that you're taking with these X2O apps. And the way I see it is very much around micro actions that are being micro incentivized, right? And I think that's an idea that has been around for a long time, but Web3 is now really making it mainstream. So if one example, well, we've got a couple examples in the UK I'll show. We had the plastic bag charge introduced, however long ago, 10, 15 years or something like that. And the impact of that, so every time you go in, it's only a small change. It's like it was 5 or 10p. But I looked up that, and it's reduced it by something like 7.5 billion plastic bag sales per year, right? Or something like 98% of the actual total. So it's absolutely huge. But back in those times, that was a penalty, right? It wasn't an incentive. And now we're seeing these incentive schemes, and we've got one coming in Scotland for plastic recycling for bottles, where they're giving you back 20 pence on what you paid for the drink, right? So these things are now becoming a lot more mainstream. So yeah, I think the future is very bright for those apps, and I hope they do take off.
Just mention about the very two, let's say, key points about why we wanted to design and build the VTHO as the new way to incentivize people to do the right thing. One is, for example, actually many other traditional corporations, they call it a campaign. Like, with a certain period of time, they organize a campaign like, okay, don't use the plastic bags or don't use paper cups. And if you use the recycled ones, we want to reward you. Actually, there is a similar campaigns in the traditional world, but usually they run it in a period of time. Why? Because try to verify the actions, it's quite difficult. It was difficult. So they wanted to limit to only to one location or one period of time, and use the extra force to organize the campaign and try to grow the habit. However, this type of thing, it should be on a daily basis. You shouldn't just do like for this week or for that month. No, you should do it every day, right? It's a huge amount of, let's say, collective and accumulative value coming from your daily actions. And the Web3 just make it possible. Use the IoT to digitalize your activity and use a smart contract to verify your actions and also smart contract to guarantee your rewards. And then, boom, it can be done like on a daily basis. It could be reaching outreach to everyone. Not necessarily, you have to be in London, you have to be in Paris, you are able to participate in that type of things. It can be decentralized way. So that's number one, when we think about how to design the VTHO. And the other thing is about a penalty. Penalty is always showing the negative thing, right? It's like, it kind of make every user become like a bad boys. Right? Like, okay, you do bad things, so I want to punish you. It's not really I would say it's not right gamification to grow user that kind of behavior, that kind of habits. And then we all know like positive education is much more effective, right? So instead of punishing anyone, we say, okay, we incentivize you to do something positive thing, not only, financially. Financially is you get a token rewards, but also you get this kind of accomplishments, or you are part of the big movement. One functionality I give idea to Mark Shaw actually is every time when you finish the drinking of coffee with Mark Shaw, you should see a tree map saying like how much percentage you are saving one tree, along with maybe 10,000 people, 20,000 people, across the whole world. It gives the user accomplishment like, okay, I'm really doing something meaningful and something valuable, right? And I'm doing the good things for the whole world, not only just for me or for my family, that kind of thing. So this kind of positive thinking or positive behavior change can really make the user grow that kind of habit. And eventually will drive the business demands or business leverage to those enterprises. Those enterprises should, start to produce more recycled products or to lower the cost of the recycled products and, able to, make the sustainability implementation more inclusive, not exclusive. Right now, if you think about sustainability, most of the users were like, yeah, it's a good thing, but too expensive. I cannot afford that. So we want to really change that kind of thing from fundamental root point, that kind of scenario.
At first, when you were talking about that mugshot feature there, like the idea to show people what their contribution is, the word that comes to mind, I imagine, often is gamification. But it seemed more and more the way you were describing it, it's actually deeper than that. And it's more about like combining with community and showing like the overall effect that many people can make. And at the end of the day, we are such tribal community-based creatures. So I think we've kind of seen there's been so many failures when it comes to sustainability because we have these single points of failure at the top or centralized, governments that are too laggard to actually make the decisions. Yeah. So I think like a big thing that I imagine you're seeing is this network effect where you get more and more people talking about this, like your mom drinking the coffee and then who does she talk to? And like you kind of get this spiraling effect of more people and even just having the conversations a lot to be like, oh, actually, coffee cups are bad for the environment. And most people from an education standpoint probably don't know that. Like I didn't know that before this call.
Yeah.
And you go into it.
Actually, if you see the results, really, really impressive. I mean, think about like how many paper cups has been used around the world every year. 16 billion paper cups, coming from 6.5 million trees. So that means if you cut half of consumption of the paper cups used every week and keep doing that every year, you are part of the big group of people saving more than 3 million trees every year. So think about the value of the 3 million trees, right? And another direction, I'm really glad, Alec, you brought this up. Another direction is we also wanted to make the building X2 application so much easy, like very easy. I give Antonio OKR target or goals is within 2 weeks. It doesn't matter if you are a developer or what kind of a developer, or you may not be just a developer. You may just a normal user. If you want to build anything like X2N, fitting your life, fitting your neighborhood, your people to know, you should use only less than 2 weeks. You are able to deliver X2N applications. And then you can build something and running like that to serve the people around you, serve the people you know, or territory you are familiar with. Even you could have multiple different mugshots or multiple different Cleanify, NFBC. Why not?
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. Sorry for not a whole lot of news. But, yeah, we're here. Keep stacking, sticking, and chilling. We'll talk to you tomorrow with the VeChain and Cardano updates. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.